Have you ever had an experience where you thought something needed to happen to feel complete, and then at some point you realized nothing actually need to be added or removed? Well, this week I've been sitting with that question. Where did I subtly operate from the assumption that something was missing? And where did I experience simple presence that revealed nothing needed to be changed? And I want to share what that revealed. Hi, David William Pierce, and welcome back. Last Saturday, Tiffany and I hosted our first Valentine's temple experience. It was an immersive, consciously curated evening exploring intimacy, eros, sovereignty, and safety. All with an undertone of play threading it all together. And I've been basking in the afterglow of it. Not just of what happened externally, but what has happened internally. Before the event, I had set some personal boundaries, and I'm happy to say that they were upheld. And that mattered, because as the evening began and the energy surged, guests arrived, music rising, anticipation building, I felt it as a reflector moves through me, and I feel the energy, and I felt it. The nervous system activation, the wave. There were moments it felt overwhelming. And luckily, thankfully, I had tools. I had the ability to ground, to return to centered awareness, and slowly my system settled. And from that grounded place, I was able to enjoy it so much. One of the most meaningful parts of the eating for me was actually holding the container, getting to welcome each guest with a long stem rose and their welcome goodie bag, inviting everyone to introduce themselves as we opened the circle and did a group check-in. Because when we hold a space, it isn't ours alone. Every participant helps create it. Yes, we hold it, but the participants, those taking part, the content of the container makes it as much as the container itself. Safety isn't imposed, it's co-created. And when someone feels heard, they get the opportunity to soften. And when they soften, intimacy becomes possible. Because with truth, it invites trust. And without trust, you can't play. And with trust is the ability to then communicate and develop intimacy through empathy. It's the 5 pillars of conscious intimacy. I'm going to make a video about that. I think that's a great idea. And if there is one, it'll be there. Okay, sharing contact massage at that scale for the first time was exciting and powerful. It's our baby. It's our creation. It was born amidst the grief of pregnancy. It helped and continues to help strengthen the tether between Tiffany and myself. And now to watch it ripple outwards, to see people drop into their bodies, to feel the room relax and awaken simultaneously. It touched something deep inside me, because when a practice is born from pain and then it becomes medicine, there's a different kind of gratitude I'm finding. I'm excited to share that more. So we structured the space intentionally. There were 3 floors in the space that we were so fortunate enough to have the opportunity to use. The first floor was a meditation space, a place for introspection and looking within to ground and reconnect with self. The second floor was the space for sensuality, to begin to connect with others. And the third floor was strictly for sexual connection. And we clarified something important, that if you went to the third floor, that was a conscious choice. You may be asking what classifies sexual connection. Feel free to write me. I will explain to you exactly the parameters that we set for everyone. Because sex prayers was born from a desire to honor the divinity of sexual connection, not to rush it, not to blur it, but to approach it with sovereignty. And that's not to say that sex can't be enjoyed when rushed. That's not at all. It's giving option, the full spectrum. Because to engage sexually is to engage creative power, the power to create life as if from nothing. You can't get more God than that. And for us, for me, that deserves just a modicum of reverence. That clarity creates safety, and safety creates freedom, the opportunity to play on the fertile ground that has been defined, knowing the boundaries of that. Now here's what surprised me. Yes, there were fantasies that I still hold that didn't come to life that night, and yet there's no feeling of lack, no animosity, no frustration, no sadness, because holding that space was enough. Witnessing joy became enough. Being present with what was enough. There were moments I simply stood and enjoyed surveying the room, and I felt content. Nothing needed to be added. Nothing needed to be removed. Abiding in presence, and that, my friend, is power. I learned something else. I learned that I'm ready to step further into my power, not just as a participant, but as a steward of what it is that we're creating and sharing with the world, as someone who creates mindful magical spaces with the woman that I love. I felt more comfortable as the night unfolded, more embodied, more certain, more aligned, more myself. And the feedback that we received afterwards affirmed something for me, that what we're creating matters, that contact massage works outside of our bubble, that the containers we hold are powerful. And for that, I'm deeply grateful. I feel grateful, deeply grateful to our guests, to the team, and especially to Tiffany. She brought the vision that we had been holding for months to life with such care and devotion. Getting to walk beside her feels like dancing on a divine stage, enjoying life unfolding through us, for the benefit of all beings. So let me ask you, where in your life are you operating from subtle lack? And where might nothing need to change, except perhaps your relationship to the moment? Because sometimes what we think is missing is actually just presence. And sometimes what feels overwhelming is simply energy waiting to be grounded, waiting to be shared, dispersed. So if you're feeling something stir within you right now as you listen to this, there are ways to explore going deeper. If you're interested in support in finding clarity and understanding your patterns, your power, your blind spots, then the Clarity Protocol is a 3-hour intensive followed by 30 days of integration. It's structured, it's grounded, it's direct, and it helps move from confusion into alignment. And if what you're craving is embodied connection, nervous system regulation, somatics, trauma-informed, then Tiffany is the one for you. She'll take you on a multi-week online exploration of self, incorporating everything she has been gifted in transmitting and sharing. And for couples wanting to deepen into intimacy, Tiffany and I offer private one-on-one, two-on-two contact massage experiences, a 3-hour journey into self and exploration of one another. It's slow, it's intentional, and it's deeply attuned. And it has repaired more than one relationship. So there is power to it wherever you are on your stage with the partner that you're holding and dancing with. Links for all of that can be found in the description should you feel inspired and called to discover more. This week's reminder for me has been that growth doesn't always look like expansion. Sometimes it looks like stillness, and paradoxically that gets to be expansion. Sometimes it looks like holding instead of reaching, and sometimes it looks like realizing that nothing is missing. It's all imperfectly perfect, unfolding, and you playing an active role in the passive, perfect, imperfect unfolding of your life, and to get to enjoy that. So thank you for being here. If this resonated with you, please feel invited to write in the comments, what did you experience this week where you felt fully in presence? And if you want to walk this path with us, we're building something beautiful and we'd love for you to be a part of it. We're excited, I know I am, to share it with you and the world. So thank you for being here and see you in the next video. Cheers.